Come on. There we go. There's a notification. And we're live! And welcome, everybody, to the grand finale of Races Mad Hour. We are here at Catalunya, as always in the, I would say nice, but the nice Porsche, yet again. And we've got a couple of changes for this round, so stay tuned for that. So we can see here Corza blitzing it around the track. Got 5 people in so far: Corza, Enra, JD, Kazi and Racer. So yeah, should be a good one. Should be a good way to round off this championship, this small championship. So yeah, be fun. Oh, going straight into quali. There we go. Didn't even get a chance to talk with any drivers. There we go. Well, I'll just go hop straight into quali then. Let's go. Let's get this thing underway. Straight to it. I like it. I can see Kazi going out on the medium tyres. As you see, all 5 of our lovely drivers heading out on the track. Kazi, the only one that looks like he's going to be starting on the mediums. So, this round in particular, with it being the finale, Racer decided to change a couple of things up with this round in particular. So instead of doing the usual 1 hour race, it's going to be divided into 2 30-minute races with half points for each. So all the collective points are going to be halved for, and you're going to get half the points for one race, half the points for the next race, and the second race is going to be reverse grid. So it basically trying to do close the pack right up, so you have better racing for both races, hopefully. That's the idea, anyway. But we'll see if it can pay off. Hopefully it will. I imagine it probably will. To see Cordell in his brand spanking new Fanatec. He's still showing pace so far. He's still showing pace. So let's have a look, as he's the first one to come across the line. So I think Kazi will be going into the pits. There we go. Kazi's into the pits. Plenty of time to set multiple laps around this one. We also have Enra, who's rocking Seal's livery today. So we have Team Seal on lockdown. Oh, the racer goes a bit wide into T1. So the real question is Enra racing for himself, or is he racing for Seal? Who knows? do love that livery that Seal's made. Very unique, Seal. It's very colourful. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, so see Enra going a bit wide again. Racer with a bit smoother line through there. I think Racer could be definite outside bet today. He's looked quick over the last few races that we've done. Oh, Zenra slows down there. I think he's pulling out of that lap. Or he's going back into the pits. Yeah, I think Racer could be an outside bet for this one. For both the races. Of course, can't forget JD, who will be coming across the line as Cordell goes across at 1:49.7. That's his best time so far. As JD comes back into the pits for a new set of tyres. Racer comes across the line at 1:52 and Enra comes across the line with a 1:54. Bit of a gap separating these guys at the moment as Kazi comes around the last corner to start his first flying lap. So is everybody else on there? Yeah, everybody else is still going for another flying lap. Cordell, Fraser, Enra, all going for a flying lap, it looks like. Racer and Enra quite close together at the moment. Enra really gunning for it on this lap. Right up to the back of Racer there. Enra maybe using a little bit of toe. So look, Cordell comes into the pits, so he won't be going out for that flying lap. So look, is anybody else going into the pits? No, Racer and Enra both stay out. So they'll be coming across the line and see what these two do. Both improve a 1:51.7 for Racer and a 1:50.6 for Enra. I think both of them backing out of this lap already. As Kazi comes across the line and shoots up in the first place, just beating out Cordell with a 1:49.6. That's a great time from him. Kazi looks like he's going round for another lap. Cordell on his out lap. Enra still going for that. I think he might have made a mistake in there because he's dropped right off the back of Racer. These two might be coming into the pits now for one final lap. It'll definitely be wise for most of these guys to pit in now and get 2 extra laps in at the end of the qualifying. JD, who hasn't set a time yet, but looking confident. Going into the hairpin. Oh, just overshoots that a little bit because the commentator there. Unlucky for him. So the Racer still stays out. Enra also staying out. Can he improve? No, he's way off the pace there. Definite mistake on his part there. Curious to know why people haven't pitted in for an extra set of tyres. That could have really opened it up for the last laps there. But never mind. JD comes across the line with a 52.8, puts him a second behind Racer, but he can definitely improve. That was with mistakes in that lap, so he can definitely improve and definitely get a lot quicker. So he almost looks to nail the first couple of corners there. Got lines from him. You see Kazi again going across the first sector. It's purple. 1.05 is second up in the first sector. Cordell and Racer just ahead of him. These will be the first two to cross the line, so let's see what these two get. Let's keep it on board with Cordell here for a minute. Just off his personal best there as he just misses the apex of the hairpin. He'll get a nice drive out of there though. In the final couple corners now. Nails the exit. Gets the drive. Oh, doesn't manage to improve there. Neither does Racer. As Enra comes across the line, he sets a new faster lap as a 150.5. Secures that third place for now. Let's see what these guys can do come across the line. JD comes across the line with a 50.7. That pushes him right up there. He's right on the back of Enra there. And he will get one more lap, crucially. All these guys having at least one more lap now. This will come down to the wire, although a few of them are on worn tyres. Hey Mikey, how you doing? Switch it back to the guys that are in front now. Cordell coming across the line to the final sector now. Ooh, 210's down on his final sector. Let's see if he can make it up. Yo Hippie, how you doing? Ooh. If Cordell's backed out a bit before that corner, let's have a look. Yeah, I think he's slowing down the pace there. I think he might have made a mistake in a couple of them. Yeah, slowing right down now, so Racer will be the first person to cross the line here. Can he improve? Can he get any closer? No, he can't. Them worn tyres not good enough to make it to the end there. Enra comes across the line, also doesn't improve. Here we go, Casio comes across the line now. Can he secure that? No, slower again. And the final person to come across the line, JD, also doesn't improve. The tyre wear being getting the better of the drivers here in the end. None of them on a fresh set. And there we go. So, as we head into the first of our two races today, we've got Kazi lining up on pole, Cordell closely behind them in second. Then Enra, then JD, and then Racer. Should be a good battle between these guys. And I will say as well, this is the first of the 30-minute race now. Lights out. Kazi getting a great start there. Cordell just warming up his tyres a bit there. I believe they're doing a formation lap, so that's my mistake. I believe they might be doing a formation lap for this race. So a lot of them seem to be warming up their tyres on this lap. Who will come out of top on the start line of this one? Had JD with a really good qualifying there, almost pipping out Enra there. Some good pace from him today at this track. So we see a lot of weaving down the straight from all 5 of the drivers. So you have the driver slotting back into position now. When will Kazi gun it? So all the drivers slow down now for the start. Lining up in grid formation. And they're away. Cordell on the inside line, just managing to get the jump on Kazi there. Enra on the outside might reap the benefits of this. Ooh, bit of contact there from Kazi and Cordell. Ooh, Cordell just managing to gather it together there. Enra on the inside of Kazi going into the third corner. That long right-hander. Kazi just managing to hold on the outside there, and Cordell goes up into first place. JD dropped back to the last there, so Racer managing to get the jump on him during the start. And the pack very bunched together still. Believe you me, Kazi will not want to lose Cordell at all at the moment. We really want to stick on him. We'll say the pit window, you have to make it to the end of lap 12, so it's going to be a very long stint on these set of tyres, and it's going to be a sprint to the finish. So the pit window opens at the end of lap 12, so it means that there will be a very short stint at the end of this race. Hey Gad, how you doing? So we round the final corner now on the first lap, and Cordell's managed to open out a lovely lead on Kazi there. 1.3 seconds, so it means he has broken the draft as well, which means Enra can catch up to Kazi now. What do you think about moving to the first corner? No, not quite close enough yet. Racer right on the back of him as well though. These three looking to have a great battle here. See, no major moves being made yet, but as Kazi goes wide, Enra tries to sneak through inside. Oh, and it's massive contact. Massive contact between them two. It looks like Enra might have lost that on the exit of that corner there, and managing to go straight into the side of Kazi. JD got caught up in that as well. It's unfortunate to see. As Enra tried to move over, unfortunately going into JD in the process as well. And that it does not look good for this race. So the question is, will these two be able to catch up? That is unfortunate for these two, as they were having a good race up to that point. It looks like Enra might have snapped oversteer there, and unfortunately went into the side of Kazi, sending them both off the track. Enra waited. Good fortune shift from him, but an unfortunate incident that has undoubtedly really hindered these two racers here. See now a bit of a gap developing between these two drivers. 2 seconds separating almost everybody on the track at the moment. Enra being the big loser out of that, dropping 3 seconds behind Kazi now. Managing to make up that time through this sector though. We managed to see Racer, who's managed to avoid all the incidents here, has sneaked up into second place, avoiding that incident entirely. I think JD would have been a lot closer to Racer there if he had managed to avoid that incident there, but it's unfortunate for him as well. So all the while means Cordell will extend his lead. Quick look at the tyres, shall we? So we have Cordell just using a quarter tank of fuel now, coming into the end of lap 4. Tyres looking alright for him. Racer as usual. Very good tyre wear there. Tyres looking very nice on him. Used a slight bit more fuel though, crucially. JD got similar tyres to Racer. While the left hand side of the car does look a bit more worn, but similar amounts of fuel to him. Kazi, crucially, don't forget, still on the mediums. So he was doing a great job there of holding up against Enra there until that incident. It's an unfortunate phase race. Still on them medium tyres. And also used a similar amount of fuel. Now we have Enra just looking in the back there. Hasn't managed to gain quite the time on Kazi that he would have liked, considering he's on this softer compound of tyres. Them mediums looking very sweet now, there's almost no wear on them tyres whatsoever. Could be a big advantage there towards the end of these stints. But right now he's just slowly losing a little bit of time to JD there, who is also gaining on Racer a bit. JD showing good pace here as he manages to catch up to Racer, who looks like he made a mistake coming out of that little chicane there. Again, Racer looking a bit slower that corner, JD gaining more time on him now. And also, subsequently, pulling away from Kazi as well. Good driving by this guy so far. See Racer just trying to keep it consistent now, going through the final sectors. Tricky corner going into there. Goes a bit wide on exit. Allows JD to catch up a bit more. JD really managing to catch Racer at the moment. Cordell opens a almost a 5-second lead over Racer now. Surprising gap forming very early on in this race. But also do remember that this race is only 30 minutes, it's not an hour like the last ones. So you've got one 30-minute race and then reverse grid for the second 30-minute race. So that will be the big defining factor in this. So even though Enra and Kazi mightn't have a good race because of that incident first off, it might work out for them in the second race. The same strategies for both these races here, so it will just be a case of repeating what happened in the first. Or in some people's cases, not repeating what happened in the first. So see Racer just managing to open a little bit more time to JD there, having a bit more of a consistent lap. Also managing to keep with Cordell through this last sector. Oh, as he does lose a bit of time there, he doesn't quite like that last chicane there. As he does seem to be losing a bit of time through there. So we enter lap 7 now. Cordell with almost a 6-second lead now over Racer. JD 1.5 seconds behind Racer. See a lovely exit by JD there, gaining more time than Racer. See if he can keep it together for the rest of this sector. Looks to be going a bit wide with that corner there. Managing to gather it together though. Again, it needs to managing to further the gap over Kazi, who's almost 3 seconds behind JD now. Good race by these two so far. Kazi will be on the softer tyres during the end, but I have a feeling if these guys can make it last to lap 12, it is looking pretty good for them. Although at the end of this stint, the mediums might come into their own. But looking at the wear, it doesn't seem like there's that much difference at the moment, crucially. So who knows? Kazi is a bit slow through there, turning in a bit early into the chicane there, losing a bit of time. As we see Enra gathering up sand in the background there, trying to scrape together some time, but his tyres look even worse than the guys up front. That was unfortunate for Enra. He's going to have a really nice last stint in order to try and catch back up to these guys. As you see JD managing to catch up to Racer even more now. Having a very nice lap there from JD so far. Can he manage to nail the final sector, the final chicane as well? Will he have to run like last lap? No, he doesn't look like he has quite the better run, although he does have a bit of speed coming out that last corner. Gap down to 1.3 seconds now. Ooh, his Racer goes very wide into the first corner, and that will compromise, and that will allow JD to catch right up there. Crucially, does Racer have the dirty tyres after going off at that corner there? Looks like he does, as JD manages to catch up a bit of time again to that long right-hander. Ooh, his Racer goes wide into another hairpin. So just allowing JD to eat up more of that time there. Seems like both go wide there. Through the chicane there. JD will have the benefit of the slipstream, but it will mean he's in a bit of dirty air going through the corners, which will make it a bit more difficult. Neither of these drivers look like they're holding back at the moment. JD have a nice run out these final few corners. No, he doesn't seem like he's had as good a run as he has previously out them corners. Racer managing to make up a little more time through there. Again, JD making a bit of back on the straight. The last sector is where Racer seems to struggle at the moment. Nails the apex this time around though. – Cordell opening 8 seconds now. One racer, let's have a quick check in with his tyres. His tyres looking better as well. He's got that little bit more fuel saved up from Racer and JD now. JD crucially got a bit more fuel saved up than Racer. The tyres are looking a little bit better on the left side for Racer compared to JD. That might be where the time is losing now for JD. Still opening a bit of a gap on Kazi though, which them tyres don't look to be working from quite this moment, but it may come into their own in the last couple laps of this stint here. I think the grip deficit between the two tyres may be just that little bit too big to make any good headway off it. As JD gets a very nice run out of there, Racer going wide on that corner, puts him right in targeting distance now for the front straight. JD not getting the best run out there, but from the last corner he's got a slingshot on him. Can the slipstream help him here going into the first corner? So time goes down there. No, he doesn't quite have the distance. Looks like Racer's struggling to handle with these tyres here as he goes a bit wide on the exit of that chicane there. JD right on the back bumper of him now. Moves to the inside. Doesn't quite have the run on Racer there. JD looks to be a bit more comfortable on these tyres right now compared to Racer. This is allowing Kazi to catch up quite a lot now though, as Racer goes wide coming out the exit of there. That allows JD to go right on through. Unfortunate mistake by Racer there. And that also means that Kazi is going to be right up the back of Racer now, with 1 point still going down, 1.3 seconds behind Racer now. These last couple of laps are going to be a struggle for Racer. Can he hold it together until that glorious lap 12 pit window? Back on board with JD here, managing to open a bit of a gap to Racer now again. A little bit wide, but allows him for a great exit there. Ooh, almost losing it in the back end out of there. Let's have a look how close Kazi is to the back of Racer here. 1.7 seconds behind. Really gaining on this front straight there. Cordell 12 seconds up the road from these guys. Kazi really putting pressure on the back of Racer now. Can he force him into another mistake maybe? Manages to get the apex of that corner. Kazi again having a nice little run out of there, but won't quite have the distance to think about a move at the moment. The medium tyres on Kazi's car looking a lot fresher and healthier than Racer's at the moment, as they both get quite a nice run onto the back straight now. Going into the hairpin will both make the apex. Racer goes a little bit wide there. That leaves the door open for Kazi on the inside. Will he have enough room there? Kazi's still on the outside there. Racer looks to have held him off for now. Kazi get a run out of this final couple of corners here, and onto the final corner now. Which one of these two will have the better run? Kazi having a great run there, making up a lot of time in that final corner. Racer going very defensive on the front straight, Which way will Kazi go? Is he opting for the inside or outside? No, he goes outside, going into the first corner. Who will have the better brakes? Racer yields going into the first corner. I think knowing that them tyres have passed their limit, and Kazi goes right on through. Good driving by these two. Now crucially this is lap 12, so this is the time where they will have to pit. Low on fuel, low on tyres. What will these guys do? It's undoubtedly going to be a soft tyre stop, as any of the compounds can be used at the moment, I believe. But let's have a look. Let's see what each of these guys does. So we see JD still holding strong in second place there. Kazi managing to gain a little bit of time as the medium tyres seem to be a lot grippier than the worn softs at this point, with a lot of the guys being on 50% wear on them softs. JD though running a good race so far, managing to keep it clean and consistent while a few of the guys make mistakes around them. Good race by him. Cordell's the first one to go into the pits. Will the rest of the guys follow suit? Yes, they will. JD goes into the pits. Kazi goes into the pits. Racer goes into the pits. Racer on the least fuel out of everybody, surprisingly. So look, Cordell out now. Who will be out first between these guys? Kazi's out. Kazi's out ahead of JD. Good stop for Kazi there, but crucially, will he have underfueled? Racer coming out behind them as well, all switching to the racing softs. This is going to be a battle to the finish between these three drivers here. Not sure if that medium stint for Kazi was the better option of these, but he has got the least fuel. Looks to me like there's going to be 4 laps remaining in this race. Ooh, JD almost gets a bit loose on the exit of that corner there. The gap's still even between these two. 1.4 seconds between Kazi and JD. Racer managing to close up in the braking zone coming into the hairpin. Wonder if JD maybe overfueled a little bit there. Good line by Kazi coming out of the final few corners there. Will he have to run on the straight? No, it doesn't look like he quite has the speed on the straight though. And crucially, all of these guys actually not in slipstream range of each other on the main straight here. Hopefully these guys can just keep it clean and consistent to the end now. JD bringing the gap down, still at a comfortable 1 second gap for Kazi. Is Kazi maybe messing up a bit there? No, not quite, still losing a bit of time on the exit of JD. Will they have the run on the back straight? JD again. Seeming to get the better speed on the exits of these corners now. As a few of them are on purple laps here. To see Cordell coming across the line now. The 1:49.1, almost a second quicker than his previous fastest lap. Caddy going a bit wide out of the chicane there, losing a bit of time. Still managing to gain about 0.3 of a second. The gaps, again, starting to be a bit more even now. Those 1.5 seconds between Kazi, JD and Racer, respectively. Bit of a wider line for JD there. Looks to me like this will be the penultimate lap. So 2 more laps left to go in this race. Kazi just managing to open out that little bit more of a gap. Again, JD as well managing to open out that little bit more of a gap to Racer. The rest of the grid comes across the line to start the final lap. If there's no mistakes on the final lap here, could throw a spanner in the works. Kazi over 2 seconds up the road from JD. Racer losing a bit of time between them first few corners there to JD again. Consistency not risk Racer this race. Hopefully he can make it up in the second leg. Gap staying fairly even at the moment. As we see, Cordell just coming across the line there, almost just missed it there, just managed to get it at the end. Cordell coming across the line for a comfortable win there, 16 seconds up the road. Kazi, good recovery drive by him, despite the first couple of laps incidents, coming across the line in second place. JD, excellent race from him, coming up to what maybe be his first podium in the competition. Racer coming across the line in fourth. And an unfortunate race by Enra today. In this one, he will start on pole for the second race, but not what he would have wanted for this. But it is Catalunya being one of his worst tracks. Let's see how he fares in race 2. And those are your results for race 1 of today. Cordell claiming the victory. To see somebody flying across the track there. Good race one. Good race one. Nice couple of battles in there. Again, a couple of battles of consistency there. Let's see how quickly these guys want to get this second half of the race underway. Might be having a quick 2-minute break or so here. But we will be straight back into this next race here. So again, results of the first race, Cordell. Comfortable win at the end. I think if that incident hadn't happened in the first couple of laps, the race results would have been very, very different, with Kazi and Enra being involved in that. Kazi coming home with a good recovery drive in second place, 16 seconds behind. JD keeping them steady. It was only because of the pits. I think JD just overfueled a tad bit there, which allowed Kazi to jump him in the pits and then run away with that one in the end. Racer with an inconsistent race, which is unlike him at this track. Finally, don't know if it was the tyres of the car today, but didn't quite find the pace in that race one. And Enra not really recovering from the earlier incident, him coming in last place. And oh, and here we go, straight away, going at the next race, going straight into race number 2. Ooh, helps I'm in spectator mode. Well, that shouldn't be correct. The grid's wrong for this race, but we'll see. So there should be reverse grid for this one, not this way around. So I imagine there probably will be a restart for this. Unless they're doing another formation lap, maybe. So should. One of the drivers can communicate this, because there should be reverse grid. I believe that was going to be set up for this one, so I wonder if Enra and Racer and the others are going to be moving forward to the front of the grid maybe. So everybody's starting on the racing soft tyres this time around. Kazi opting to start on the racing soft as well this time around and not start on the mediums. Looks like there won't be any reverse grid for this. Looks like they might be just going for it out of turn 1. Here they go as they line up in grid formation. And off they go. Kazi with a nice jump on Cordell there, moving to the inside. So looking to turn 1, will Kazi look to go up the inside? Hard on the brakes there. Kazi going very wide. Enra managing to sneak up to 3rd place there. Ooh, Cordell goes a little wide in the ends there. Enra going, hopefully, maybe going around the outside of this guy there. Will Enra have the drive out of the long right-hander? Still on the outside there, very close between these two. Cordell hard on the brakes into that corner and just managing to stay ahead. Kazi with the early jump in this race so far. Cordell will be chasing Kazi down hard after this now. Be wanting that second win. Enro with a good start there, jumping 2 places. Jumping both Racer and JD. See if he can hopefully keep it together this race, and maybe he might come out with some podium. Still tightly packed, this group. A few of the cars hopping over the curbs there. We see Cordell just under half a second behind Kazi there in the slipstream. Not close enough to challenge him just yet, but give it time. Purple sector again for Cordell there. Will he be able to challenge the lead? Oh, he goes a bit wide at that corner. Won't affect him too much. Still right on the back bumper of Kazi. Lag spike there. We also have JD who's right on the back of Enra here as well. Will he be close enough to mount a challenge? No, it doesn't look like it quite at this moment. JD almost going to looking to a move on the inside there. Doesn't quite have enough space, and we slammed the door on him. So a quick look up front yet again. Ooh, Kazi having a bad run out of them last couple of corners. This allowed Cornell to catch right back up here. Will he have a nice run out the last corner? Yes, he does. He's going to be in the slipstream. He's definitely going to be able to mount a challenge into the first corner here. Purple lap from Cordell. Goes to the outside of the corner. Great move by Cordell. I managed to make it stick. Oh, but he goes wide on the exit of that corner. Will allow Kazi to come back. Not quite. Kazi not quite having the drive there. Kazi will be a bit disappointed that he didn't have the drive coming out of there to try and catch up back, get back past Cordell there after that mistake, but he's still right on his back bumper. This battle isn't over just yet. So you also see Racer and JD battling in the background there. JD managing to stay ahead of Racer. Battle really is between these two at the moment. Kazi is right on the back of Cordell still. Cordell managing to have a nice run out that final corner there, putting some time between himself and Kazi. Enra dropping back a bit there after making up some time. Dropping back with more time to JD and Racer there, who are only separated by 0.8 of a second and 1 second respectively. JD really closing up to Enra there. Ooh, as JD goes wide, they're sliding on the midway through that corner. Oh, it's unfortunate. Just loses it on the slippery outside of the circuit there. Goes into the inside wall. That's such a shame for JD. He was running a really good race there on the back of Enra. And the dirty tyres not doing him any favours, and he goes off into the sand. It's unfortunate for him. Really unfortunate. He was running a really good race there today. Switch it back to the leaders now. Kazi, 0.4 of a second behind Cordell. Trying just to apply that some pressure right now. Both on similar fuel, both on similar tyres. This will be just a straight race until the first pit stop. Kazi going wide at that corner. Ooh, big corner from him, but it's not going to benefit him. He has a very poor run out of that last corner. That will allow Cordell to gain a bit of time during the straight and crucially allow him to stay ahead on this straight. Cordell just managing to open up the second gap now to Kazi. There's a bit of a poor exit on that corner. Again, there's a nip and tuck between these two, back and forth. Kazi getting a nice run out of that corner yet again, closing up the back of Cordell yet again. Can he stick it through this last sector? Cordell seems to be strong through this final sector compared to most of the races here today. This is where he's going to make up the time. Better exit by Kazi there. Again, can't quite seem to get that run at the final corner. That's where he's losing his time at the moment. If he can manage to gain some time in the final corner there, you will be able to catch Cordell during the straight. But the slipstream not being strong enough to quite catch him up there. Cordell opening in a bit more time yet again, goes a bit wider at that corner. Long right hander can catch you out many times during this race, no matter how many times you take it. To look quick on board here with Kazi. We see him try to chase down Cordell now. Short downshift coming through that chicane there to get the turn in. Try to be really smooth through that corner in the fourth gear, not make it run out too wide. You definitely do not want to hit Definitely do not want to hit the sand on that outside of that corner, otherwise it will sound bad times for you. Cordell gaining a little bit more time out of that corner there. Cordell just breaking out of slipstream range now. So we come into lap 8. 4 more laps into the pit window. And that is where the race could change drastically. So we've got Cordell and Kazi pretty much on exactly the same at the moment, tyres and fuel. Let's have a nice little onboard here of the Porsche. Ooh, just going a bit wide there, that corner, may lose him some time. Let's have a look. A really good view out the back mirror there. Is Kazi just managing to gain a little bit more time? Good line there by Cordell. Coming out of the corner, gaining heaps of time on Kazi there. Good exit of the corner by him, opening up a 1.7 second gap just on that last turns alone. Bit more of a gap between these racers now. Racer, I think, might have made a little mistake on that lap, dropping down to 5 seconds behind Henry. JD trying to catch back up, 5 seconds behind Racer as well. Pit stops might come into play for these guys here. Racer again just using that little bit more fuel, and may play into the hands of both JD and Enra here. It will have to be a pretty great race now for anybody to catch these two in front. Ooh. Soft tyres maybe not working out for Kazi at the moment here. So we start to see the car getting a bit more slidey now with the lack of grip. Gap just slowly starting to creep out again for Cordell. Here you go, buddy. How you doing? Not bad at the moment. Just in our second race at the moment. Just over halfway. Going to our first set of pit stops soon. Problem is with the soft tyres at the moment, they really do start to get away from you in the last few laps of these stints. Yeah, there's some really nice liveries in this one. Some of the best, if I do say so myself. You've got Cordell again, just managing to eke out again to over a 3 second gap to Kazi now. And a couple of mistakes costing Kazi a little bit more time there. and allowing the Cordell to open up a gap yet again. Solid race by Kazi this time, managing to stick with Cordell for most of this race so far. Pit stops might work in his favour. As we did see, he did jump the start. He jumped JD in the pits for the last race to come home in second yet again. So the race between Cordell and Kazi might not be over quite yet, because anything can change in the pit stops. But these tyres are starting to fall away. It just depends how much Cordell can get away in these last 2 laps before they have to pit. Enra running a much more solid race this time around, managing to keep it together. Hey Foxy, how you doing, buddy? Bit more of a gap developing between these guys now. Still 7 seconds between Kazi and Enra, 7 seconds between Enra and Racer. JD, crucially, working a bit more space now. Maybe starting to catch Racer back up a bit. We do see him go a little bit wider that first corner. Not losing too much time there. Yes, he is, Foxy. He is on his wheel. He's all set up now, and he's ready to go. He's pretty much said he's pretty much scrapped the pad at this point. So yes, Cordell is on his wheel. It does. You see a couple of pictures in Discord of it, it's really nice. Cordell opening the gap to over 4 seconds now. Kazi's tyres look to be starting to drain a little bit more away now, especially on the left hand side of the car. But this is the pit window, going up to the 8-minute mark. This will be the first pit window and last pit window, so I'll be curious to see if any time is gained or lost in the pits. Cordell just opening up a little more time to Kazi now. Just getting over 5 seconds. I think Kazi's tyres really starting to lose it now. Yeah, no cup holder. Five and a half second gap now. I'm wondering if the gap is too big to make up now, even in the pits for Kazi. And here we go, as we see Cordell, first one to come into the pits, 5.7 second gap, managing to save a bit more fuel this time around than last time. But Kazi again, even managing to save even more fuel with just under a quarter of a tank remaining. This may make him up some time. Oh, and Cordell not even opting to take any fuel. Bold strategy from him. Let's see if it pays out. Kazi opting to take a bit more fuel there. Splash and dash for him. A new set of tyres. Enra comes out of the pits as well. Losing a little bit more time to Kazi there. Racer comes out and JD comes out. Crucially, JD not that far behind Racer. Maybe seeing a battle come at the end of this. 3.5 seconds. Cordell with an 8-second gap to Kazi now, opting to not take any fuel. But he will have to do a lot of fuel saving. Because again, there may be 4 laps, and I don't think he's got enough fuel. It's going to be a big stretch. He really does need to save this fuel though, if he needs to make this work, because that might be a huge oversight by him as he goes wide into the hairpin there. Hey Kim, how you doing? And there you go, Cordell opting to go into the pits again. Maybe a misclick by him, opting not to take fuel there. Maybe a misclick was in play there. This will give Kazi the lead. As he comes out there, where's Kazi come out? And Kazi is already ahead. Nursing a hangover there, kid. That is unlucky for Cordell. I have a feeling that might have been a misclick there. It did look like he needed to put in fuel there, but it was unfortunate. I believe from the sounds of it yesterday, it was just a lot of vodka. Oh God. Well, hopefully you're feeling a bit better now. Swedish vodka. Swedish. Yeah, we'll blame this one on the buttons on the wheel. We'll blame that on this one on that. Cordell's still looking racy though. Maybe wanting to gain a bit of time back on Kazi just in case he makes a mistake. Cordell just gaining that little bit more time to Kazi there. As you see in the background, JD managing to catch up the racer at the last few laps here. Gap down to under 2 seconds now. Ooh, maybe a bit wide there from JD coming out the last corner. These two the closest together on the grid at the moment. Let's keep it with these two for the last couple of laps. We see Enra going a bit wide of that corner there, kicking up some sand. Gap between Racer and JD just fluctuating between the 2 minute mark, 2 second mark even, not 2 minutes. Looks to be a bit more spaced out at the end of this race now. 5 second gap now between Kazi and Cordell. Kazi managing to break away a bit on these final last laps here. This will be the last lap of this race, lap 16. Enra managing to keep it together this race a bit more. No incidents this race. He looks like he might take home the 3rd place here. And 10 seconds ahead of this little battle that might be coming on here. There's again JD managing to close up the gap here in the 1st sector. Maybe a last lap tussle between these two. Hey Cam, how you doing? Well, looks like it was just enough for Kazi this time around. Mistake from Cordell, managing to give him the win this time around. But managing to capitalise, clean, consistent from Kazi this race. As he comes across the line to take 1st place. Cordell coming across the line in 2nd place. And he can be officially as the Racer Mad Hour champion. Enra coming across in 3rd place, much better race by him today. Ooh, it's almost under a second between these two. JD doing a great job to catch back up to Racer despite his off earlier in this race. Good racing by all. Oh, as we see cars flying across the track there as usual. Catalunya being one of the best for them ones. And there you have it. The finale of Racers Mad Hour. Coming to a close there, the 2nd race at Catalunya today. The results being Kazi in 1st place, followed by Cordell 5 seconds down the road. I think it's an unfortunate slip of the finger there from Cordell, which caused him to not seal out the double this time around. But one man's loss and another man's gain. Kazi taking home 1st place. Enra, a good podium this time around. Turned it around from last race, starting from the back of the grid, managing to take home the last podium position there. Racer coming in another 4th place. JD in 5th position. Unfortunate for him today. I think it could have been, if he hadn't have made that mistake when he was battling Racer, I think it could have been a really good battle between him and Enra for 3rd place there. But there you have it. That's the end there, and what I'll do is, apologies for the blue screen, but we'll get a quick driver reaction out of these guys and let everybody else say their piece at the end of this. So yeah, get ready for chaos, I guess. Enjoy. Hey guys, good racing today.
Hey.
Nice.
How's it going, Mash?
Good racing again by the 5 of you guys today. Can I just say, Cordell,
Yes, mate.
was that a slip of the finger?
Yes, I fucked up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it might have been. You
Yeah,
came out the
screwed
pits and I
up.
was like, oh, he's not coming out, he's not doing any fuel. I wonder if that's...
Yeah.
That's when you
Massive
come in
mistake.
and it goes through it starts going through its auto thing. You should pick your controller up.
It wasn't the wheel's fault. I pressed X, and then, you know when you're, because my adrenaline's up, like, I'm like, fuck, alright, it's close
Yeah.
race, it's close race, and I just accidentally pressed X again. I was like, oh, you bastard!
Yeah.
And as soon as I done it, I was like to the guys, right, race over, race over.
Fair enough.
But,
No, I thought it might have been.
No, it was good racing. It was good racing.
Yeah, as I say, it was a
Well,
good battle between you and Kazi at the start of the race as well. It was a good battle between you guys as well. I think it was all four, Kazi, GD, Enra and Racer there at the beginning of that race as well. It was a good battle between you four.
I mean, we were saying in the stream, you know, I think this is probably the best way forward of doing 2 30-minute races, because it keeps everything compact and people actually race each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably should have not had a lap 12 pit window, since you already did it.
Late in the race, isn't it? I think more tyre
Maybe.
wear and pit window after like 8 or something.
Yeah, I think maybe lap heat 1. I think it has some merit in the first one, but the second one it should be pit whenever you want. You know, do whatever you want for the second race.
It's like free strategy sort
It's
of thing.
this is basically an extension of the first. You know, it's basically he's trying to pack the field back up and then let you go again, but changing the pit strategy.
But you know what, being the last race is just a case of, like, you know, it's kind of like trial and error, ain't it? You know, I like the idea of 2 half-an-hour races. You can obviously maybe change it around. I was even thinking, you know, when it comes to the second race, was actually, rather than doing previous results, it should be the opposite. So it would have been me last, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, usually when we do reverse grids, usually it causes problems. But I think that's when we do reverse grids for sprint races after. I always think about the Group 4 series, the Group 4 league from the last time. Is that the reverse grid? You know, grid starts, whatever the hell they did. It's always a problem. And but it's something to think about, definitely. I think, what was I going to say? Damn it, Cordell, you took my thought away.
Sorry, dude.
No, this is what it was. That's in honor of Mr. Neal, who could not be here. He had been professing that we needed some way of packing the field back up, because an hour race tends to get a bit boring, and if you would have extended that first race, it could have been interesting. I mean, the races were still pretty close. I mean, this track was still everyone was fairly close. I think once you introduce the open, pit window scenario, that you could have just jumped in. You could have done another 2 stops, and just put fresh tires and a splash of gas, fresh tires, splash of gas. It's still been competitive. Yeah. We missed Marmite. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah, he missed out on a few of the races. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him saying he's on his way back. Shouldn't be too much longer.
That's good though. But a good end to the series, I feel.
Yeah, it was. And congrats again, Cordell. Official now at the end of the series on your championship win.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
Yeah.
I think fully deserved considering the performances you've had.
Yeah. So, what was the race results? I didn't. What was the fastest? What was the fastest lap on the first 30 minutes?
One something.
I think it was
49. Was that Cordell with a 49-1?
So.
Yeah, I think Cordell got both fastest laps.
Okay. No, I'm only going to get into the fastest. I'm only going to get into the fastest and fastest lap, so let's still go to Cordell anyway.
I think Cordell got both fastest laps on MM races.
Yeah.
So only points for the. It doesn't really matter.
Nah, it's good to get around.
It really doesn't matter.
No, good roundup though. Good roundup.
I'll screenshotted the race results, but not the fastest laps.
Do you know what the funny thing is? I'm going to be jumping in the manufacturer soon now.
I know, same here. Hopefully. First race starts at 3.
Fortunately, yeah.
That's why I don't know. When's the next race? Is it 4? Because the ISLR League starts at. It's got the message now at 3:30. No, 5:30. Sorry. So I'll quickly jump out of here. I just want to see. You want to do anything before I leave the room, Doug?
No, can't think of anything. Same.
Yeah, so.
All right, Jay. Everybody, Kazzy, you got stuff to do too. Right here.
Yeah, I've got to go and pick up the bike. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Bear to the bone.
The stream is still on. We thank everybody for popping in and checking it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll.
I'm going to shoot, guys. Good luck with the FIA tonight. I can't make it.
Yeah,
which really
I'm doing my first race now. Just letting you guys know. So I'm jumping straight into this race into Dragon Trail at Death Chicane. So wish me the best. I'm probably going to pin it, but
good luck everyone who does it, and we'll probably see you guys on Tuesday in the Alpha.
Okay. All right.
Later.
Right, take it easy,
See you
guys.
later. Right, and I think with that, any closing words, Racer? Or.
No, we miss you, Steel. We miss you, Marmite. Thanks everybody who came in, and we will see you on the next Mad Hour, whenever it comes up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for all your assistance, Mash.
Yes, great commentary, Mash. I'll be looking forward to watching that later on.
Congratulations to Cordell on his win and championship, and congratulations to Kazzy too on his win. And thank you,
definitely,
Enra, for stopping in and filling in for our illustrious Seal. All right, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later on. I'm just going to do a bit of practice now. So yeah, wish me the best of luck, please.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah, I've seen a bit Cornell. And
sit down, guys.
And with that, thank you everybody else for watching in the stream today. I think we hit like 11 viewers at some point on that last race, so that was really good. So yeah, thank you everybody else for joining in and tuning in, and everybody who has watched the Mad Hour of any 4 of these races so far. It's been a nice little series to just get under the belt. It's been a nice little change for something different. Because, I mean, it's not very often you see like anything like this with a one make and these kind of things. So yeah, it was good. It was fun. And with that, we will catch you in the next one. I'm not sure when the next stream will be, to be honest.
I think we'll be for the Mad Hour is going to be a while because we have multiple leagues starting.
Yeah. Your 4 league will hopefully be starting up soon.
Yeah, a couple of new series with GRT League and then Group 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And SF19 might be coming back as well. So yeah, a lot of good stuff in September and October. I think for now it'll just be a case of cementing the other leagues and starting the other ones up at the moment. But yeah, should be good. But right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you everybody much for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys.